Plebs 16.
There once was a man who went to sea, and the name of that man was Big Dick. What's up, you goddamn plebeians? Neo with the Balding Plebs. Back here tonight for a little bit of education. Today's episode is sponsored by myself. Since nobody wants to sponsor a channel that tells the truth. You see here today we have the Liquid Death Grim Leafer. Don't even know why I bother. Why do I even bother? Today we have the Liquid Death Grim Leafer. And what this is this is a light, quite refreshing tea from Liquid Death. If you want to get yours, it'll be in the description. I highly recommend it. The sponsor for today's episode is myself. Always bringing things to your attention that I think are not only worth your money, but your time as well. You see, in a world where there are more and more games, products, etc. competing for your dollar, it can become hard to discern between quality and dog shit imitations. Oh gosh! Hi everybody! I'm Sir Dick in Hand. And tonight's episode is titled, oh gosh, Skull and Bones, wait for deep sale. I mean like, really deep. Oh gosh, in fact they should call it, oh God, Neo, you're funny. Sale and Bones. Bye everybody. So tonight's episode, as premised by Sir Dick in Hand, is in fact Sale and Bones, the next big release from Ubisoft. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, Neo, how is your month of no video games going? To which, of course, I reply with a simple, easy, I don't need video games to be happy, nor do I need them to pass my free time, since I have none as it is. Now, that being said, Skull and Bones is the new game coming from Ubisoft a little bit later this year. And I just wanted to take a moment to educate virgins on the topic. Now, some of you may be thinking, Neo, why come out here and slam the next Ubisoft release? Why come out here and slam yet another waste of my time? Sorry. Why come out here and ruin my day with a video about a game that I didn't know I needed? You see, I am the heel wrestling prophet that you all need but don't deserve. Wow. You see, I am the Alpha, Omega, beginning and the end. Name the game in the comments. Skull and Bones, $69.99, day one price point. And I predict you will get this game. Let's see, when does this release? Oh, we don't even have a release date on GameStop yet. Well, that's okay. I predict within 6 months of release, Skull and Bones will be $40 or less. Now, some of you are saying, Neo, why come out here and shit on this game? I'm excited for it. And that's okay. It is all right to be excited for Skull and Bones, or as I call it, Sale and Bones. And if you are going to buy Skull and Bones, Sale and Bones, on day one, if you are going to spend $70, that is a mistake. But if you are going to, please use the Amazon link in the description. I will get a kickback from it. It supports the channel. Now, before we go any further, I would just like to say, you're welcome for taking my time to educate you every week. As committed as I am, I will expect super thanks in the comments. Now, recently on the channel, one of you virgin basement-dwelling plebeians finally decided that it was time to, in fact, put their money where their mouth was. One of you virgins decided it was time, in fact, to support the channel that they watch every single week. One of you decided that it was time, in fact, to support the Balding Plebs. Massive shout out to Tech TV Forever for the $15 super thanks. I deserve it. You're welcome. Now, that being said, super thanks in the comments for my time. You're welcome. Sale and Bones. If you are inclined to purchase it on day one, buy through the Amazon link so I can get some money from it. I deserve it. You know it. Now, some of you are thinking, Neo, you've been a little arrogant lately. You've been kind of an asshole. No, I'm just being real. And what's really real is you do not need to spend day one money on this, as it is another Ubisoft release. And Ubisoft, through the last 5 to 10 years, has become quite the laughing stock of the game development community, with some of the most bloated, rinse, wash, and repeat games in history. Now, that being said, Far Cry 3 was outstanding. That being said, they have produced some very memorable titles, such as did you know that today's episode is sponsored by Liquid Death's Grim Leaper? You should buy yourself a case in the description. It supports the channel. You'll be a lot happier with a quality iced tea. Now let's have a look at this. In this can, there's only 30 calories, 15 milligrams of sodium, and 6 grams of sugar and added sugar. As well as about 30 milligrams of caffeine. Let me tell you, it's a nice, light, refreshing treat while I educate you virgins. Yes, back on topic. Ubisoft has been known for creating multiple treasures, such as now they had the one, didn't they? Anyway, it's an Ubisoft game, so you know it will be on sale within the first month or two. This game is a copycat. Now, some of you are thinking, Neo, I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It was an okay game. Somebody in the comments is going to say, this asshole faggot didn't like Black Flag, totally, completely destroyed his credibility, never watching another video on this retard's channel. To which, of course, my response would be, if that's all it takes to trigger you, this is certainly not a channel for you. It is a copycat game. Now, while some of you have told me how much you love Black Flag, could you put another 200 hours or 100 hours into Black Flag? If the answer is no, you won't day one Skull and Bones. It is also a copycat of another game, Maelstrom. Now, Maelstrom is an indie game that had a very short, yet enjoyable moment in the sun. A lot of my friends would say, Neo, what the hell is Maelstrom? Maelstrom is an indie PvP fantasy sailing high seas adventure combat game. Wow, that Grim Leaper's coming up. And now, while I don't usually enjoy PvP games, this was a game I was able to play quite regularly with my good friend Dan Van, with my good friend Dingus Khan, with my good friend the Dan Vaninator. And let me just say, it is one of the few PvP games that I thoroughly enjoyed. I also thoroughly enjoyed shitting on the multiple noobs that we would encounter during our gameplay sessions. It is a copycat and combination of gameplay elements from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, from Maelstrom, and also from Sea of Thieves. Now, Sea of Thieves did prove to be a game that, were I not obnoxiously busy 24/7, 365, I would actually like to dive deeper into. Sea of Thieves is a game that if you know, you know. And if you don't know, you probably fucking hate it like I used to. I went from, in one gameplay session, thinking it was the absolute worst game I'd ever played, to thinking it was one of the most enjoyable experiences of my gaming life. Maybe that was the people I was playing with. Maybe it was the fact that we had gone to an island, dug up treasure, battled some skeletons, come back, cashed in, and gone back to do it again, only to find a fortress, raid the fortress, fight the monsters, sink a ship, whip some monkey ass! It was a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you enjoy Sea of Thieves, there are probably elements of Sail and Bones that you are going to like. There are also probably elements of it that you are going to loathe and be bored with very quickly. At first look, Skull and Bones quickly takes on the image of another Ubisoft grindy game. If this game is bloated down with microtransactions, this game is a do not ever buy. As soon as I see hoarding materials to upgrade your ships and to craft new ships, I get worried. I sincerely hope they don't ruin that aspect of this game, because that could be the one thing that keeps me coming back, as it was for Maelstrom. I loved fighting enemies to gather materials to build my next strongest ship, to then make said difficult enemies easier. That is really fucking good. I'm serious. You guys need to buy some Grim Reaper and try it. If you like canned tea or tea in general, give this a shot. I thought it was going to suck. It's really fucking good. Meh. Overall, Sail and Bones looks meh. It doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look like anything I'm going to blow my load over and run down the street to purchase on day one. Now, if Skull and Bones were to come to Game Pass, I would purchase a 1-month subscription to Game Pass to play it. I would then find out whether or not I thought it was any good, and know, will I continue Game Pass to keep playing, or will I step away from this? See, for $15, I'm willing to take the risk, as I did with Callisto Protocol, because that's what the game ended up costing me after I sold it literally 8 days later on eBay. So I would take a $15 risk to play it, were it on Game Pass. The game, it doesn't look all that compelling. Sure, there's some single-player missions, and sure, you can team up with your buddies and go raid the high seas, and I think that's a cool draw. And I hope that the PvP does not get ruined by pay-to-win mechanics, such as being able to buy all the materials for real money to upgrade your ship basically on day one. See, for me, I love the concept of being able to sail, collect materials, and then use said materials to better my town, and better my ship, and better my villagers. That is something I think is incredibly interesting, and it would be a very fun gameplay loop. However, were I getting constantly ravaged, pillaged, and raped by other players that just simply said, well, fuck it, I'm going to spend $200 in the cash shop and have a monster mega buttfucker galleon on day one, and the moment you sail out of port, sink your ass, that would ruin the game experience quite quickly. Also, This copycat game that shows almost nothing or nothing new gameplay-wise is day one at $70. This is not a $70 game. This is a game you wait for a $30 sale. This is a game you get on deep sale. Now, some of you might say, Neo, you're being too harsh. To which my response is simply, you are wrong, and that's okay. But you are wrong. This is a $30 game. See, these companies slap $70 on these games on day one because you children continue to tell them that it's okay. Now, nobody wants to hear this, but it is the truth. And I am going to continue telling you the hard way. Until you irresponsible children start to take responsibility with your money and say no, or as Big Uncle Dickie would say, Ricky in the back, Until you start saying that to these gaming companies, they will continue to do it. Until you stop acting like children with your money, until you stop acting foolish with your money, they will continue to cash in on your inability and stupidity and your inability to say no. Now, do I think everybody that buys this game on day one is stupid? Yes. Do I think you should spend $70 on this? No. Can you go and buy it? Of course you can. You can do whatever you want with your money. It doesn't mean you're not an idiot. It doesn't mean you're not supporting the wrong things. There's nothing special here. This is nothing that should make you rush out and spend your money. Now somebody's going to say, what about the next Monster Hunter game, Neo? You're going to run out and buy that next copy-paste bullshit? Damn right I am. Is it stupid? Damn right it is. I'll wait. Grim Leafer, I'm sponsoring my own video by telling you guys about products that I genuinely enjoy and drink. And I don't drink this once on video, and then it makes me sick and I never drink it again. No, I actually drink this on the daily right now. I really enjoy it. Oh, man. I love that. Damn, that is good. Do I think you're an idiot if you buy Sail and Bones on day one for $70? Yes. Yes, I do. Can you buy it? Absolutely. Should you buy it? No. This is a game you get on deep sale for $30 or less. By the way, that's not opinion. I want to stop each and every one of you right there by saying, well, that's what you think. And then you get all upset and huffy and you click off and you think, I'll show him. I'll never watch that faggot again. But in the meantime, I'm still right. I'm still right. And by the way, anybody thinking, well, Jdog can't be like this, Jdog fucking agrees with me. And he says the same shit off camera. Now, that being said, go follow my buddy, twitch.tv/thedealer, THED3ALER, all one word. Stream some fun games. He's a cool shit. He's my best friend. Love the dude. I also would like to take a moment to say April 30th, streaming Demonologist with my homies for my birthday. Make sure you're there. If you are one of said idiots that is buying Skull and Bones on day one, if you are saying to yourself, gosh, Neo, I have to have this game, I can't not buy it. First of all, you're an idiot. Some of us, we all are about some things. I'm an idiot about games. I'm an idiot about fishing gear. I'm an idiot about trout fishing. I go out and spend $200 at a time at Fleet Farm for fishing. I'm no better. The difference is I'm willing to admit it. I have $300 figures in the back room. I have $5,000 worth of fishing equipment. I'm willing to admit it. For those of you that are saying, Neo, I'm an idiot, I'm buying Sail and Bones on day one, I say, buy it from Amazon. In the description, it supports my channel. For those of you saying, Neo, I love this new Chad-like attitude of yours. You're the only person on YouTube. You're the realest dude on YouTube! For those of you saying, Neo, how can I support you? How can I show my support to this channel? I say, super thanks in the comments. donate whatever you can. But don't ever put yourself out of house and home and food to give me your money, because I would rather my viewers eat and live a comfortable life than give their money to me. Neo with the Balding Plebs, you are welcome for taking my time to educate you about another game that is not worth day one price. And I'll see you goddamn plebeians right here next time. Remember, buy Grim Leafer tea from Liquid Death. Fuck, that is awesome. You're welcome.